What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. I'm here at the range with my buddy Logan, and he's got his 416 Barrett, and we're going to be doing a bunch of different tests today. We're going to start out by shooting some 5-gallon water jugs. We got a bunch of 5-gallon water jugs lined up at 50 yards, and we're going to see how many of those jugs this 416 Barrett will go through. So Logan, if you could tell us a little bit about the rounds we're going to be using. So this is the 416 Barrett, and you got a 475 grain.
Yep, it's the laser
from Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge.
Okay.
So I'm going to be using that. It's a 12 twist on the barrel. That barrel is actually, I built this for my 3-mile shoot.
Okay.
And if I would have thought through a little better, I would have got a 10.
Okay.
So I could have went to like a 500 grain.
Okay.
I'm going to try 4 miles, and then if I do okay on that, I'm going to try to beat the record at 4.5 miles.
Okay, so you've already done 3 miles and you're going for 4.5.
Yep.
But you're going back soon to test at 4 before you go for the 4.5, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go out this spring, the end of May, beginning of June, somewhere around there, and I want to get some groupings at 3 miles, see how that looks, and collect some more data.
And that's with this same load you got here.
Yeah, so this is 900 or 190 grains
of powder.
So what I found was I have to weigh my primers.
Okay.
And sort those. They were screwing me up pretty bad when I first started off.
Okay.
The primer weights range from 18.02 grains to 18.45 grains.
Okay.
And that's the compound that's inside.
Okay.
And it actually was throwing my bullets off a little bit. I was getting some flyers.
Okay.
And stuff, and I found somebody online was talking about weighing the primers out and
yeah.
sorting them. So I go by every 200ths of a grain.
Okay.
So I sort all the primers out, and it really pulled the groups together tight.
Okay.
So
okay.
This thing's getting about a half MOA at 100 yards with these.
Okay.
So that's
good.
Yeah. So it's going good. The guys at Charlie, the guys that make the Charlie, they're building me a 100-minute Charlie to go on the front of this thing.
So for those of you guys who don't know, when you're shooting at such an extreme distance, you need a special device to get your adjustment, because your scope is not going to have enough adjustment in it. So you need a separate device called a Charlie that you mount in front of your scope, in front of the objective, and that'll give you how much more elevation do you get with that?
Depending on what it is. I have one now that will give me 650 minutes.
Wow, that's huge. And that's like 6 rifle scopes.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's nice though, because you can. I have the Mark 8.
Okay.
So it has a knob on the side, so it has a 50-minute offset.
Mm-hmm.
When you set it on there, it gives you 50 minutes, and that can give me some range to run up and down on here, and then I just click it. Each click is another 100 minutes.
Right.
So what I do a lot of shooting, when I go out in Kansas, I'm shooting at 2,500 yards, 2 miles, 2.1 miles, and 3 miles. So I can adjust it easy without having to set up. They have a cheaper Charlie that you have to set up a ruler and do your adjustments,
mm-hmm.
do your minutes angle on that. This new one's going to be a combination of that and the adjustable ones from
okay.
what the engineers are telling me.
Okay.
So that'll be 2,100 minutes. Right now I did the math for this. When I go out the next time in the fall and I attempt that 4 miles and the 4.5 miles, I'll be running somewhere around 1,300 minutes.
1,300 minutes up of elevation.
Yeah, this will be sitting at
that's insane.
Somewhere around the 22 and 22.57 degrees angle.
Wow.
Barrel.
So yeah, so the rifle's going to be canted upwards 22 degrees, you said?
Yeah.
That's insane. Now, just so you guys know, like when I shoot at 1,000 yards with my 300 Win Mag, my adjustment is like 22 MOA at about 1,000 yards. So he's going to be adjusting how much again?
1,300.
1,300 MOA.
Yeah.
That is just insane.
Yeah,
that is just totally insane. So if you do the math, how many feet is that like holding up?
8,000. Well, I'll be
how high is the like?
If the line, if you drew a line at the angle the barrel is.
Yeah, yeah.
8,800 feet above the target.
Oh man.
Now, the bullet's not going that high, but
yeah, it's an
that's
arc.
where the barrel's aiming.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, right. Your point of aim is 8,000 feet higher than the actual target.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It is.
That is just insane.
The 3 mile I was running.
That's like you're basically shooting like a mortar at this point.
Yeah,
it's like an artillery, basically.
I think I'm going to end up, depending where the window is in the Charlie, I'm probably going to need the delta to offset it around the barrel.
Okay.
I have to, the bottom of the window needs to be about 10 inches and up to clear this when it's setting, at least from the calculations I was doing. I'll have to wait and see, when they get that built, how it turns out.
And just to show you guys a comparison of the 416 Barrett, so on the far left is a 308 with 168 grain TTSX, and then just to the right of that is a 375 Ruger, which is basically a Safari. That's a Safari cartridge. Okay, so that's a big one. That's 5,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy out of that one. And then here we have the 416 Barrett, and I mean, the 375 Ruger just looks so tiny compared to it, and the 308 looks even tinier. And then here we have a case from the 416 Barrett, and then right next to it you got a 9mm, and look at how small the 9mm is compared to it. I mean, this thing is just insane how massive the case is. It's just like crazy. Look at that. The primer is like the same diameter as the whole 9mm case.
Yeah,
the primer is just so massive. That
was a big learning curve too. I had to get all new.
I mean, you can just drop the whole stuff. You can drop the whole 9mm case into that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the primers are just huge. I mean, I've never seen such a massive primer. So here's the
they're hard to find too.
375 Ruger, okay, which is 5,000 foot-pounds. That's an elephant gun cartridge, and look at how much smaller the 375 Ruger is. The case is just insane. It looks like a shotgun shell. The thickness. I mean, what's the body diameter? Do you know?
It's a 50 BMG round, neck down.
Okay, so it's a 50 BMG neck down to 416. Yeah. So basically the same energy as a 50 BMG. What is it, like 10,000 foot-pounds? You said?
It's close to
11,000 foot-pounds. So it's basically a 50 BMG neck down. Just totally insane. And what kind of rifle is this?
That's a Desert Tech.
Desert Tech.
HTI, hard target interdiction rifle.
Okay.
In the bullpup design.
Okay.
So the barrels are interchangeable on it. I can change out the barrels pretty easily. Undo a couple bolts and the lock, the 4 bolts and the lock on that, and take the barrel out and put a different barrel in. So you can get a 50 BMG, you can get the 416 Barrett, you can get the and the 2 Shytacs.
Okay. Okay, so you can change the barrel out.
Yeah.
And it's actually not that heavy, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be heavier, but it's actually not too bad. It's a real nice rifle, and it's, bolt action, so it's reliable.
Yep.
And compared to a 50 BMG, as far as ballistics go, 416 Barrett versus 50 BMG, like what's the pros and cons of choosing one over the other?
The 416 flies better.
Okay,
from
makes sense. A little bit lighter bullet.
Yeah,
so the grain weights for the 416 are going to be like 400 to 500 grains.
Yeah.
And then the 50 BMG is like 7 to 900.
Yeah.
And so a lot heavier.
This has a better distance to it, too,
okay.
From what I was reading when I did my research.
What about ballistics coefficients? Are they pretty similar? Or?
These are pretty good. I'm trying to remember what this one was. I think it was a in the 0.7 something, and the 500 grain is actually a 1.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
So it has a nice BC on it.
And this muzzle brake is just totally insane.
That's a Terminator 2 or a Terminator 6.
T6 Terminator.
Yeah.
This is made by who is this again? This is AAC or
no, I got it from,
forgot the name of the Thunder Beast or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the company.
The name of
yeah,
it.
I think like Thunder Beast Arms.
It works pretty good though.
This
It
is
really
crazy.
took a lot of the kick
Can't even
out
get
of it.
my hand. Look, it's crazy. I got massive hands too. That's crazy. This barrel is just insane. Wow.
And I was worried about
crazy.
barrel whip too with it, and it doesn't seem to really have any change, being such a long barrel.
How long's the barrel on this
42
one?
inches.
42 inches. Wow. And this is a Knife Force A-tacker.
Yeah, 7x35.
Wow.
And then I got the optic guard.
Okay, so you don't protect it.
Yeah, I end up going out to Kansas. I'm throwing all the stuff in the truck and coming up here all the time.
Good idea to get one of these.
Help protect the scope a little bit.
So this 475 grain is going to be going how fast?
3,300.
3,300 and around 11,000, 10,000 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I'll show you guys the water, but we're gonna start shooting now. So stay tuned. Cool. So Logan, can you tell us the name of your channel? Because I think people are gonna want to know if you hit the 4.5 miles or not. Sure. Where can people follow you?
Noggle. It's I made an anagram out of my name, so instead of Logan, Logan, it's Nogal.
Okay. Okay.
And it's
I'll leave the link in the description.
Type in like 2.1 mile half with Noggle, you'll be able to find it real easy.
And you also have a record for the 6.5 Creedmoor, right?
Close. I
got
a mile 1.47 miles.
Okay, 1.47.
I'm going to try to hit 2 miles with that this spring, and I'm going to take the 338 and try to get out to 3 miles with the 338.
A Lapua, right?
On that, yeah.
You got 2.1 on that one.
Yeah.
And you do all this in Kansas. You go out to Kansas, and you go out like 2-3 times a year.
Yeah.
I may try to go out with you one time.
Yeah, this guy Matt Gould has an awesome range. It's $50 a day rental.
Oh wow!
And he doesn't like have more than one group out there at a time.
Okay.
There's a nice bed and breakfast in the town. The town only has like 98 people in it.
Yeah, it's a real beautiful area. There's bison there too, right?
Exactly. One of my videos, me and my brother had to chase the bison out of the range.
I remember that one.
They come walking.
The herd came walking in front of the target.
Yep. I want to shoot his bison.
So check him out. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments if you want to follow him. He's going for all these records with the 338, the 6.5 Creedmoor, and the 416 Barrett. And check out his channel. He's got a bunch of videos with all these guns as well.
Thanks.
So look at all these water jugs, guys. How many do you think the 416 Barrett will go through with those 475 grain match solids, 3,300 feet per second, over 10,000 foot-pounds? It's going to be insane. All right, guys, here we go. Let's see what happens. You ready, Logan?
Yep, you ready?
I'm ready, yep. Oh, man. Damn. Oh, you know. Dude, that's insane. The muzzle blast is crazy.
It is.
All right, guys, 416 Barrett versus Water Jugs. Looks like it went through 5 water jugs. It blew up the first 4. And then the 5th jug, it entered like right here, and it went out the side over here. There's a little hole here. So it went in and curved out the side. But that's pretty insane power. The muzzle blast was just totally insane. And look at all the water jugs laying over here. Blew the tops of them clean off. Absolutely crazy. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at that. So I think we'll just finish the rest of these water jugs off. What do you say?
Might as well.
Okay, so let's do it.
You want to film from down here?
What's that?
You want to film from down here? Just kidding.
All right, guys, we're going to finish off these water jugs. 416 Barrett. Whenever you're ready, Logan.
All right.
Oh, man.
Shit. Not much left.
That's crazy. The muzzle blast is crazy.
Yep. All gone.
Wow, guys, look at this. Water bottle graveyard. Look at this. This is insane.
Couple here.
Wow. It's a lot of water bottles destroyed. So check them out at NoGal on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description down below, and stay tuned for more 416 Barrett videos. We got a bunch more. We're going to shoot some body armor, some metal plates, bowling ball, concrete blocks, so be on the lookout for those. And until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.